And yet, just because there's talk about reopening the local economy in May, doesn't mean that someone is going to just flip a switch and make the county great again. Hilda Solis is on the Board of Supervisors.
Well, I think that we have to be very cautious.
And that's not all.
We have to really be very clear on what we do, and we have to do it gradually.
And she says any decision that is made regarding the stay-at-home orders and reopening businesses cannot be made on a whim.
We also need to have science-based data.
Otherwise, hospitals could be overwhelmed again, and you could find yourself back at home again. John Baird, KNX 1070 News Radio.
Check your money at 720 with Mona Rivera.
Wall Street was higher for the second week in a row on the rising belief that parts of the economy may soon be reopening. The Dow added 705 points to close with a 3% gain. The S&P rose 2.6%, and the Nasdaq was up more than 1%. Biotech and healthcare stocks rallied after reports of promising coronavirus treatments and vaccines. Boeing closed nearly 15% higher after saying it would start building jets again. Procter & Gamble climbed more than 2.5% after reporting double-digit gains in sales of items like Sharp toilet paper and Bounty paper towels. Apple dropped 1.33% after a downgrade to sell by Goldman Sachs, which sees a big drop in iPhone sales. The slump in the oil market continues, a barrel of oil trading close to $18, something we haven't seen in nearly 20 years. We check your money at 20 and 50 after each hour. I'm Bloomberg's Mona Rivera from the HMS Capital Money Desk, KNX 1070 News Radio.
We'll update you on the WNBA draft in 2 minutes.
If you're one of the millions who suddenly find yourself working at home, you may feel a little disconnected. To stay connected, just ask Alexa to play KNX 1070 News Radio.
Alexa, play KNX 1070.
Playing KNX 1070 News Radio from radio.com.
Masks are already gone. Everything else.
You'll get the latest updates on the coronavirus and the information you need to keep you and your family safe. Listen on Alexa, because unprecedented times require unprecedented coverage. KNX 1070 News Radio. Depend on us.
Hi, Jennifer York here. These are extreme times. Drivers are even more unfocused and anxious on the road than ever before. When you're overwhelmed with doubts and fears after an accident, the attorneys at Sweet James will take care of everything, and they're available 24/7. Plus a free consultation. 800-500-5200. 800-500-5200 or sweetjames.com. There's a lot of panic going on, a lot of unknowns, and most of all, there's a lot of questions that need answers. In these uncertain times, Sweet James provides a strong, confident, calming voice of reason through the storm. If you've been hurt or in an accident, Sweet James has got you. Legal help is always within reach. Keep Sweet James's number in your hip pocket. They'll be everywhere you are. 800-500-5200 or sweetjames.com. Awarded Best Attorneys of America, the People's Accident Attorneys of SoCal. Go to sweetjames.com. 800-500-5200 or sweetjames.com. Got termites? Go to PacificCoastTermite.com for a 10% discount off termite treatments. Restrictions apply.
We've got an injury crash on the 110 of the 405 in Carson. An update coming up right now, 7:23. The 3 young basketball players who were killed in the January helicopter crash in Calabasas that also claimed the life of Kobe Bryant were honored by the WNBA today. Commissioner Kathy Engelbert announced 3 honorary selections to begin the league's draft.
In the 2020 WNBA draft, in alphabetical order, first, the WNBA selects Alyssa Altobelli, guard, from Newport Beach, California.
That was followed by the selections of Gianna Bryant and Peyton Chester, who were also killed in the crash. The families of each of the girls also had a video message. Altobelli's brother JJ said his family was touched by the honor.
We just wanted to say thank you to the WNBA for honoring our sister Alyssa and her 2 teammates, Gigi and Peyton. Alyssa loved the game of basketball and she worked extremely hard at her craft. There's no doubt in our mind that she would have made it to the WNBA after her years at Oregon. Thank you again for honoring our sister. It truly means a lot to us.
After that, the league got down to business. Oregon star Sabrina Ionescu selected as the New York Liberty's choice as the #1 overall pick. She was friends with Bryant and his family and spoke at the memorial service and played a game the night of. A Los Angeles City program created during the coronavirus pandemic is receiving 160,000 face shields courtesy of Apple.
The company's giving program is donating the gear to Logistics Victory Los Angeles or Love LA.
Logistics Victory Los Angeles was created by the mayor of Los Angeles, Eric Garcetti, in an effort to get much-needed hospital and medical supplies to our frontline workers.
Gene Soroka with the Port of Los Angeles is the city's chief logistics officer during the crisis. He says the face shields will go directly to those frontline workers, and they are still doing all they can to gather more personal protective equipment, including gowns, gloves, and N95 masks.
County of Los Angeles hospitals, 77 in total count, have a burn rate of 3.5 million N95 masks per month.
He says the goal of the program is to create a local stockpile that can be quickly distributed where it's needed. Margaret Carrero, KNX 1070 News Radio.
A nursing assistant is blowing the whistle on her employer in Upland. We'll tell you about that at the bottom of the hour, 7:25. Traffic and weather together every 10 minutes on the 5s. Here's with East Mondo.
I've got some road work planned this weekend that could impact your drive. 405 north and southbound between Sherman Way and Roscoe. The 3 right lanes will be closed in both directions for that work. And that will start at 10 o'clock tonight and end at 6 in the morning. And the work is planned for tonight, Saturday, and Sunday. And then on the 710 south from the 5 to Bandini, we've got a full southbound lane closure starting at 10 o'clock tonight till 7 in the morning. On the northbound side, Caltrans will be working from Bandini to the 5 in 3 lanes. And that work continues on Saturday and Sunday nights. Let's go to Brian 605, Baldwin Park Camp.
Southbound side of the 605, you transition to the east 10. We've got what looks like a stall here, and yes, that is blocking lanes. So CHP will be on the way to clear that as well. A little further south, 605, right about Catella. Looks like we may have a crash here, so CHP's on the way to check that one out. Denise?
We also have a problem on the 110. This is southbound right at the 405 south. This is an injury crash, and we've got at least 2 lanes blocked, the first and second lanes for the left. This is a truck that is on its side. Next report at 7:35 with more traffic reports more often. I'm Denise Fondo, KNX 1070 News Radio.
50s tonight. Tomorrow we're looking at gray skies throughout at least part of your Saturday, maybe some late sunshine. But that chance of showers early, highs in the 60s. Stay dry on Sunday with some clouds, highs 60s once again, and staying cool Monday. We are warming up by Tuesday of next week. Downtown at the LA Civic Center, looking at 65 at 727.
As businesses are shutting down and millions are losing their jobs, this is such a difficult time mentally and financially. If you're stressed out from financial pressures, the folks at Borowitz & Clark will provide you with a free consultation. Borowitz & Clark has helped over 40,000 people resolve their debt issues and are ready to help you. Call now for a free phone or virtual consultation. Borowitz & Clark, 800-509-3200. That's 800-509-3200.
Okay, you know how it feels when you've saved enough for that long-awaited home edition? Now imagine an addition on that addition. Whoa! That's the feeling with Capital One, where a new savings account earns an interest rate 5 times the national average. That's right, 5 times. As represented by 5 times more singers. This is banking reimagined. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Rate comparison based on FDIC national rate. Capital One NA member FDIC.
The world needs more heroes, more action-oriented do-gooders, more here's how I can help right-hand sidekicks. The world of sarcoma is no different. And if you're thinking, what is sarcoma? We're glad you're listening. Sarcoma is a rare cancer of the body's soft tissue and bone, and this cancer affects tens of thousands of Americans yearly. The Sarcoma Foundation of America partners with like-minded heroes to advocate for sarcoma patients through funded research and widespread awareness efforts. Learn how you can join forces at curesarcoma.org.
If you have rats in your attic or walls, don't make the mistake of putting out poison or wasting money with a company that charges you monthly to check rat traps. Rat Proof. For a one-time fee, Rodent Stop will identify and seal all rat entry points, trap and remove all rats, sanitize your attic to remove any nasty viruses, and remove and replace all rat nest-infested attic insulation. Rodent Stop is so confident that they can stop your rat and mice problems that they provide a lifetime guarantee. Read all the 5-star reviews on Yelp. If you have rats or mice in your house or business, call Rodent Stop at 800-290-5343. 800-290-5343. We provide fast, friendly, and effective rodent control solutions throughout Southern California. Plus, our technicians are clean, friendly, and always on time. To stop the rodents, call Rodent Stop at 800-290-5343. Open 24 hours. Call 800-290-5343.
Is the
situation surrounding COVID-19 continues to evolve, PumpMan would like to assure our customers that as an essential critical infrastructure business, we are open and ready to service your pump system issues 24/7, 365. This includes cities, counties, property managers, hospitals, or any other customer who is in need of our services during this time of uncertainty and beyond. We have been monitoring guidance from the CDC and the state of California to keep our employees and our Southern California neighbors safe while providing you with these services. From all of us here at PumpMan, be safe, stay at home if you can, and please practice social distancing.
This is Southern California's only 24-hour local news and traffic station, KNX 1070 News Radio. Good evening, I'm Brian Ping. Our top local story at 7:30. In-depth teen coverage of the coronavirus pandemic. A staffer is leveling explosive allegations against an Upland nursing home. She says there's been a coronavirus cover-up in the Villa Mesa Care Center and a baby to blame for her coming down with the disease herself.
Management is denying that there is a problem. We know that COVID is spreading because they told us about the one person, and then all of a sudden there's a second person that was going from LVNs and RNs, but management is still trying to say that no, this isn't an outbreak. No, it's not necessary to have the N95, but management is walking around with N95 masks, but they're not providing it to the staff.
Nursing assistant Ireland Oropeza tells KNX by the time management acknowledged the first positive case, it was well too late.
Now I'm hearing from my coworkers that there are 13 patients that are positive. I'm not sure if they're still in the facility. They may have been sent to the hospital, but now it's spread and it's spreading to other patients.
Oropeza has been under quarantine since Tuesday and says she's feeling better after an initial mild illness. We're awaiting a response from the facility's corporate office to these allegations. Governor Gavin Newsom says more than 3,500 coronavirus cases have been identified among nursing home employees and residents.
County residents of nursing homes and assisted living facilities account for about a third of the county's coronavirus-related deaths. Among the more than 1,400 healthcare workers in the county who've tested positive for COVID-19, close to a third work at skilled nursing facilities. 3 of them have died.
Yes, I am aware of facilities are not informing people. I'm also aware of facilities who aren't even testing symptomatic people.
Dr. Noah Marcos, the chief medical officer of the Los Angeles Jewish Home.
That is just absolutely wrong. It's immoral.
The Jewish Home, which has about 1,100 residents and 1,600 staffers at 3 campuses, is doing its own testing. Marcos says at least 5 employees have tested positive, as have 5 residents. One who recently arrived from another facility that had a COVID-19 outbreak has died.
Clearly, there needs to be a requirement from the city, state, and county level to require all facilities to have testing of all of its staff and all of its residents.
And Marco insists testing needs to go beyond just people with symptoms of the virus.
Symptomatic people spread the virus before they got sick.
He says expanded testing is needed to catch the silent spreaders. Claudia Pescuta, KNX 1070 News Radio.
While some parts of the state and country are starting to relax stay-at-home orders, LA Mayor Eric Garcetti says the city has pulled the plug on a store that ignored his restrictions.
We haven't hesitated where there's businesses that continue to flaunt the law. Today we have the first shut-off of the power of a smoke shop in Reseda that 5 visits later still refused to shut down. So we do have a good arsenal of tools to use. We're continuing to do enforcement. We appreciate people telling us these things.
Garcetti says the city will deploy what he calls street medical teams beginning Monday to treat the homeless. A coronavirus testing facility will open up on Skid Row as well. A crowd of protesters gathered in Huntington Beach this afternoon, voicing their displeasure with the governor's stay-at-home orders.
At one point, there were about 200 people on the corners of Main and Walnut Street, many waving American flags, Trump for president banners, and signs reading, "End the lockdown, don't trample our rights." John was one of those people who was more than a little upset. He was wearing no face mask, was in the middle of the crowd, and very vocal about the point of the protest, saying there's a danger if the coronavirus lockdown continues.
They closed our beaches down, the stores, and all this stuff, and this is not about a virus. This is about taking our rights away, and they're going to keep pushing them, I'm afraid, and I really not like it, what I'm seeing.
Huntington Beach police stood by, some in tactical gear, ready to disperse the crowd, but after about 2 hours, the protesters cleared the intersection without any arrests being made or citations being issued. In Huntington Beach, Pete Demetrio, KNX 1070 News Radio.
Cheers and applause greeted a coronavirus-infected Los Angeles police officer as he's released from the hospital. He spent the past month in a fight for his life.
LAPD Detective Michael Chang released from the hospital here in Santa Monica. He became ill in March, gravely ill later with coronavirus, and was treated with experimental clinical trial medication.
I do know that Dr. Lee and Dr. Hammond
and whatever studies they have going on is the reason why I'm leaving.
It was just last week that Detective Chang was listed in critical condition. He wasn't able to be with his wife and kids, but he was able to stay connected to them electronically.
The hardest part of the thing was my wife and I talked about it, was that you never know it's the last time you're going to see your loved one. I just got an iPhone, so thank God for FaceTime video thing, because I wouldn't know how to communicate with those guys other than that. It was really, really tough.
For a time, he says he was on a ventilator. He's still very much on the mend, but well enough to go home. In Santa Monica, Craig Figner, KNX 1070 News Radio.
Coming up in 4 minutes here on KNX, the city of Long Beach striking a positive tone when it comes to getting more people tested. That and more coming up right now. Traffic and weather together every 10 minutes on the Vibes. Here's Denise Fondo.
Injury crash in Carson on the 110 southbound 405 south. They've got a truck that's on its side in the two left lanes. CHP is there. They're going to run a brake. Tow truck should be there pretty soon to get it out of the way. But you're running into slowing there in Carson on that 110 south right at the 405 south. We also have a problem reported on the 605. This is on the southbound side of the 10 eastbound. And that's where we have a stalled car that is close to that far right lane. We've got road work tonight on the 710 that closes the southbound side from the 5 to Bandini. Full closure of those southbound lanes starts at 10 o'clock tonight. Should be over by 7 in the morning. On that northbound side, there'll be work in 3 lanes northbound from Bandini to the 5. Next report, 7:45 with more traffic reports. More often, I'm Denise Fondo, KNX 1070 News Radio.
We are in the 60s through the weekend, maybe some inland 70s, but it is going to be cooler than average as we get into next week. Staying cool Monday, and then on Tuesday, a warm up into the mid-70s, and then as we get into the middle of next week, we are into some 80s for inland areas, including the valleys. Hawthorne 61 right now. It is 57 in Murrieta, and it is 63 in San Bernardino at 7:36.
Need a mattress but stuck at home? Go to infinitymattress.com and check out the incredible Hybrid Infinity mattress. The Hybrid Infinity mattress uses some of the latest sleep technology on the market. Constructed with memory foam and springs, hybrid technology means you sleep both comfortably and supported. Cooling gel and enhanced airflow balances your sleep temperature throughout the night. A little worried about ordering a mattress online? The Hybrid Infinity mattress comes with free shipping and returns, a 365-night sleep trial, and an Infinity warranty. It's a no-brainer. What about the price? The Hybrid Infinity mattress starts at $300 less than a Casper Hybrid. Plus, get an extra 15% off any size mattress when you order today on infinitymattress.com. There's no need to leave your home to get a great mattress. Go to infinitymattress.com and get yourself a Hybrid Infinity.
This is our home. We've never seen it look quite like this.
But there's no mistaking it. And it's our job to protect it. So if you've just bought a Volkswagen or were thinking of buying sometime soon,
We and the more than 600 VW dealers across America are here to help with the community-driven promise.
For more information, visit VW.com. Drive here.
7:38 on KNX. The White House is pushing back against criticism of nationwide coronavirus testing.
Facing criticism for weeks for the troubles with coronavirus tests, the Trump administration now argues there's ample testing capacity in much of the country. The new White House guidelines for opening up states call for them to first have robust testing for healthcare workers and the ability to document a 14-day decline in cases. Dr. Anthony Fauci says he's satisfied.
We will have and there will be enough tests to allow us to take this country safely through phase 1.
Phase 2, he suggests, will require broader surveillance. Stephen Portnoy, CBS News, Washington.
Some positive news in the city of Long Beach when it comes to the coronavirus. Mayor Robert Garcia says the city is prepared to ramp up testing.
Starting this weekend, we are going to be more than tripling our testing capacity in the city of Long Beach. And so we're announcing 3 new testing sites that are starting this weekend in North, West, and Central Long Beach.
The sites will be up and running at Jordan High School, Cabrillo High School and St. Mary Medical Center. Garcia does say you still need an appointment to get tested, but they are free to everyone. Health officials reported 2 new deaths and 13 additional cases today, bringing the total number to 20 deaths and 419 confirmed cases. Ventura County parks are open again just in time for the weekend. They had been closed to curb the spread of the virus, but officials announced this afternoon that the parks are now open for day use. Officials are also planning to issue new public health orders, possibly relaxing some of the restrictions reflecting the latest data. County CEO Mike Powers.
Parking will be closed and the playgrounds will be closed, but we really want to encourage people, as Dr. Levin said, to get out there and exercise. And it's so important to our health and to our mental health and to our kids' health and so forth. So please do get outside. We still have to practice social distancing.
Ventura County has been faring relatively well compared to other parts of Southern California. With a dozen new infections, there are nearly 400 confirmed cases across Ventura County. The death toll remains unchanged at 13. Riverside County reports nearly 200 new infections overnight, bringing the total number of confirmed cases to 2,457. After 10 more Riverside residents died from COVID-19, the death toll now stands at 59. County Public Health Officer Dr. Cameron Kaiser has acknowledged the rate of infection has plummeted precipitously, but it's still too early to relax the restriction measures.
Everyone wants life to go back to what it was. But right now we can't, and for a while we won't. When the numbers are still going up like they are by nearly 200 cases a day, even in the context of all the testing we're doing, that just means we've bent the curve a little bit. We have not flattened.
Officials also announced that coronavirus testing will now be offered to all Riverside County residents for free, including people who are asymptomatic. We are going to be checking an injury wreck in Carson on the 110 and traffic in 4 minutes. It's 7:41.
Ground Game is the latest podcast from the Associated Press, hosted by AP's Julie Pace. Ground Game discusses election strategy all through primary season. Download it wherever you get your podcasts.
The Smell Good Plumbers at Mike Diamond will unclog your drain for $99. Having your stoppage stopped by these aroma-friendly technicians can save you money, prevent flooding inside your home, and remove all unnecessary